Yay. All right. So, hi. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Caitlin Kaemmer. I only see one. Well, we have a couple new faces here, but I feel like I know all of you. So, but if you're listening to the recording, that is who I am. Corey is my coach. I have been a Beachbody coach. I don't even know. I'm not really sure there's an answer to that because I feel like I have physically been a coach for years and years and years. And then I only really went all in working my business really just this past summer. So tonight, I am going to be, and I do have notes I'm looking at, so you are going to see me glance down to keep myself on track because I am a tangent queen. So I am going to be looking down at notes. But today we are going to talk a little bit about the hobby versus job mindset. I think it is something that is so important to talk about this time of year because, for those of you that were around with us then back in, what was it, December, I think, we did a vision board course and everybody got to kind of figure out what their vision was. And I think when it comes to that vision, I mean, it's great to have that picture in your mind, but you still got to do the damn thing if you want that vision to come true. So, and I think it's also a great thing to talk about after Corey talked about content last week, which, you remember those really beautiful slides that she had. I want you to think about those while I'm talking because I'm not going to have them. So, but I am going to make this a little bit interactive because I always think those calls are kind of fun and they keep you on your toes, all the things. So, hobbies and jobs. So, when you hear the word hobby, what is it that comes to the forefront of your mind? For me, I think of fun and leisure. I think of something to help you relax, something to help you unwind. It is something you're probably doing on somewhat of a routine or regular basis. I mean, pending COVID, I know a lot of us had hobbies that aren't happening right now with pandemic stuff. A hobby is not a profession. You don't get paid for whatever you're doing as a hobby. So, as far as a job goes, what is it that you think of when you hear the word job? And for me on that one, I think of work, I think of tasks, I think of requirements or obligations, I think of commitments. It is typically just kind of like the hobby. It is something that is a regular routine. It is scheduled. It is usually a profession. And I hope you're getting paid for it because, I mean, who wants to work and not get paid? So, as far as the interactive part goes, I want you to put in the comment section, you can do more than one if you want to, but I want you to put one hobby that you like to do. I'm going to pull up the chat here so I can actually see what your answers are. Okay, ride horses, knitting. We have so many horse people. I'm a horse girl too. Yay. Bowling, dog agility. Okay, so all good things. So next, what I want you to do in the comments is I want you to put down what your job is and what you're doing to provide for your family. Obviously, stay-at-home mom counts because let's face it, that's a crazy full-time job. So okay, all good stuff. Yay! All right. So this is all good stuff. Awesome. So when it comes to your hobbies and when it comes to your job, let's say you've had a really long night or maybe a really long day, or I don't know, you're sick or something, although that's kind of a horrible example with the pandemic because I feel like if you sneeze right now, you're not allowed to go anywhere for 2 weeks. But you have a headache, you're off, whatever it may be. Are you going to get up and go bowling with friends if you're feeling crappy? Maybe, maybe not. Are you going to stay up and do some knitting before you go to bed? Maybe, maybe not. The reverse of that, though, when it comes to a job, if you have a headache or you're tired from being up with your child all night, are you going to call your boss and say, hey, I'm not going to come in at 8 o'clock today, I have a headache? Probably not. If you're super tired from whatever it may be, I'm using kids as an example because I'm seeing this adorable little thing right here. It's not like if you're tired, you're going to wake up the next day and say, well, the kids got themselves, I'm not going to take care of them today. Like, you're going to show up. If you're supposed to be at work from 9 to 5, I think for a lot of us, come hell or high water, we're going to be at work from 9 to 5 because we need to get paid. We have to pay bills. We have to support our family. We have to take care of our children. So as far as all of that goes, I think it's pretty safe to say that when it comes to hobbies, there are a lot of factors that will keep us potentially from doing them on a regular basis or doing them as often as we want. And with jobs, there is more of a requirement. There's more of an obligation there. So, and this kind of, there's so many other factors that can go into that. It could be that I don't know, maybe there's a new Netflix movie that's out. I feel like it's not a movie, but that Bridgerton, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Facebook's blowing up with some hot guy that's on Bridgerton. Like, you're potentially, gonna skip doing a hobby because you want to watch that show maybe. But I don't think you're going to call your boss and say, hey, like, I have to watch this really hot dude on Netflix, so I'm not going to come in today. So I think I've made my point. Now, the tougher question with this, and you don't have to put this in the comments if you want to. If you do want to, more power to you. There are no right or wrong answers to this. But where does Beachbody fall for you on that spectrum? And again, you don't have to put in the comments if you want to, but I just want you to think about that. When it comes to hobby versus job and Beachbody and your coach activities, where does that fall? And again, I am being 100% serious. There is no wrong answer because there is such a wide spectrum when it comes to being a Beachbody coach. And I love that our company, we just had a Super Saturday, and they're acknowledging that by bringing in another bracket, for our preferred customers versus coaches, which that's for another day. But when it comes to this business, some of us are here just to get the discount. I know I was here originally just to get the discount. I wanted Shakeology. It's a lot cheaper if you're a coach. And I had it for a few months and I could not be without it. And then there's a lot of us that do coaching on the side because we like to help people. We have fun. The community is fun. And, if we make a little money off of it, great. And then there's some of us that have these crazy, huge visions that we're like shooting for the moon with our business. So find my spot here. So the thing that I want to talk about, which I kind of want to segue off of a little bit with the hobby versus job mindset, because originally I was just going to talk about that, but it feels like we've covered it. And I wanted to provide a little bit more value for you than just saying, hey, but you're either showing up consistently or you're not. I think the most important question that I'm going to ask you tonight is where you were thinking you're at with your Beachbody business right now. Are you happy with where that's at? Are you happy with the amount of work that you're putting in? Are you happy with where your life is at when it comes to Beachbody right now? If you are, great. Like, totally great. If you're not, why? And I think it's safe to say that we're going to talk more about, I don't think there's really anybody out there that's like, hey, I'm coaching too much, I need to back it off and make it a hobby. We're not going to talk about that as much tonight. We're going to talk more about if you are in that hobby mindset and you're trying to segue into that job mindset to start building your business and building momentum. So why do you think you are not able to show up in your business the way that you want to? Are there physical roadblocks with time, with work and kids and this crazy, insane life that you're leading? Because Lord knows we all have that. Are there mental roadblocks? Are you self-sabotaging yourself? Are you stopping yourself from reaching your goals? Like, I'll be the guinea pig here and pick myself apart on that. Like, for me, I attempted coaching multiple times and I would spiral out of control for one thing or the other, and then I would just be gone. So for me, for the longest time, there were mental roadblocks that were keeping me from having that job mindset. So moving on here, I think it's safe to say that all of you have at least a little skin in the game with Beachbody in some way, shape, or form, because you're listening to this call, whether you're here right now listening live or you're listening to the recording, you're making time to be here, which we appreciate it. But you're here because you're either interested in seeing what this is about, or you're wanting to just get some information, value, training from us. And then I think too, something to think about too, when you're feeling like you're maybe not where you want to be with your business and with your mindset around your business. What are your goals? What is your vision? What is your why? We just did that vision course way back when. If you haven't had a chance to do that, I highly, highly, highly recommend, because your why needs to be solid. Do you have a weekly or daily to-do list? I mean, I know we all have that Success Club tracker. We should all be checking off those little boxes on it, but are you doing it? And when it comes to other activities, are you doing those too? Are you making them a priority? So these are just questions, not to put you on the spot or anything. They're just questions to ask yourself, just to try and figure out where your head is at when it comes to your business. And I already talked about this. Let's just fast forward through here. I think the trick when it comes to this hobby versus job mindset is really trying to figure out and understand the difference between that hobby and that job mindset. Because I do think that it is very easy to be working this business, but you're not working the business. So very easy. And I heard on a Push to Diamond training call one time, I was in a like a 3-week Push to Diamond group with Meg Kozlowski, which she's like our upline, for lack of a better term. And she said there are 3 types of coaches. One is a discount coach, and they are somebody who is here because they want the discount. They like the perks. They like the VIP access. They like that added layer of accountability. They like the community. They're basically people who are so hyped up on saving money and just being a cheerleader that they're just really fun to have around, and they add an amazing value to our tribe. So you've got them. And they will occasionally sell a challenge pack. If they have a family or a friend that says, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You seem so happy. And they're like, oh, hey, I'm doing Beachbody workouts. You want to join me? They may sign somebody up. So they are going to occasionally sell some product. They're probably also going to occasionally sign on a coach, because that person they told everything about, they're like, well, I want the discount too. So they end up signing up as a coach too. Second type of coach is a hobby coach. This is somebody, you're all sitting down. This is somebody who is reaching Success Club 5 each month. They are also somebody who is probably enrolling a coach or 2 each month. And they're probably doing that to cover the price of their Shakeology. I think most times everybody's on monthly Shakeology. And they are doing the Success Club tracker, maybe not super consistently, but they're probably doing it to an extent. And then the third type is a business building coach. They are somebody who is planning on reaching and pushing to reach a minimum of Success Club 10 a month. And they are enrolling, I'm pretty sure that she said 4 coaches, but I wrote down 2 to 4 coaches a month. So the first time that I heard that, I was like really fucking pissed because I was sitting super pretty. I think I was an emerald at the time, and I was sitting super pretty at checking all of the boxes on my tracker. I was putting workouts on my stories. I was doing the posts for the most part. The months I did show up, I was typically hitting Success Club, but then I would have months where I didn't show up and I obviously wasn't reaching that goal. And I thought that I was doing, I thought that I was just doing a really good job. And I was taking steps and moving forward in my business. And for me at the time, while that definition of what those coaches were shook me, like it was like a slap in the face, whatever you want to call it, it didn't mean that what I was doing wasn't right. It just kind of put things into perspective. And I am not here saying this to you to overwhelm you or stress you out or like have you like your wheels spinning tonight when you're laying in bed like, oh, well, I thought I was doing fine and now I'm not. It is not that whatsoever, because I would much rather see all of you. I mean, some of you are like brand spanking new, and I would much rather see you taking baby steps and creating a foundation and building momentum from there than then go, all in and put all this pressure on yourself, get overwhelmed, and then just say, well, this isn't for me. When in all actuality, it might be for you. It's just that you're really stressed out and you can't take it all in your brain, because something about this business is that, you're told when you start, you need to be coachable and you need to be good at being resourceful. There's a heck of a lot of information out there and it can make your brain explode in about 2 seconds. So the reason I tell you though, what those definitions are of those coaches is just so that you can have in the back of your mind what people are doing when it comes to being business builders. Those coaches that are hitting elite each year, those coaches that are striving to hit diamond or 1-star or 2-star, those coaches that are trying to build up their coaches underneath them to help them reach whatever business goals they may have or whatever financial goals they have, whatever it may be. They are shooting to hit SE10 each month, and they are looking to add 2 to 4 coaches. And if that is a goal that is just overwhelming as can be for you right now, trust me, I know, don't write it down. But look at what goals you have and look at where you want to be in the next 1, 2, 6 months, a year. And maybe you need to tweak them a little bit. Maybe you need to make it a non-negotiable that you're going to send 5 invites each day. Maybe you need to make it a non-negotiable that you're going to talk to, 20 people each month about the business opportunity. Or maybe it's just 5, or maybe it's whatever is something. There's a really fine line in between. We want to get uncomfortable because growth happens when we're uncomfortable. If you sit coasting where you are and you say, oh, I'm a coach because I'm posting my workouts, but if you haven't invited anybody at all in the last week, it's not going to help your business move at all. So again, not trying to stress you out, I'm just trying to put things into perspective. And I think as far as when it comes to working towards reaching those goals, to moving yourself into that job mindset mentality, if you are serious about wanting to build your business for whatever reasons you have, the few things I would like for you to do are, and if you need help with any of this, we are all here to help you. Your coach is here to help you. Like, we are all here to support you. That is the beauty of this whole thing, is that you never get to be alone. Like, we're all together. We're all working together. If you throw that football at me, you are in so much trouble. No, sorry. Set goals that are going to help you reach whatever status or rank or whatever goals, bigger goals that you may have. So if you are wanting to be diamond in 2 months, if you're wanting to be diamond by, what's the magic date? February 24th, so you can go and hang out at the beach with Corey on that retreat in St. Augustine, reverse engineer that. Think about where she's about to throw the football at me. No. Think about what you need to do to get there. And maybe you're not at a point where you're wanting to shoot for diamond. Maybe that February date like scares you to the point that you want to crawl inside yourself and just disappear. There's going to be other retreats. I said it. I think it is an amazing goal to shoot for. But if it keeps you up at night feeling like you want to die from being stressed out, then don't worry about it. Maybe you set your date for a couple months later. Let Corey know. Be like, that retreat sounds amazing. Put me down for the next one. Simple as that. So the Success Club tracker needs to be a non-freaking negotiable, people. They literally made it so easy for us to just check off these adorable little boxes on a daily basis. And I am saying this to you as much as I'm saying this to myself. Check off all the boxes. Drink your freaking shake. Push play on your workout. We're not even going to get into the topic of showing up for your own journey, because that is something that we can have another call on at some other point in time, but that should be a given. You know, we're health coaches. We have to be proof the product works. Set work hours for yourself. And this is going to look different for everybody. Some of us are getting up super early in the morning. Like my first alarm goes off at 3. And lately it's been hard to get up. Like, again, I'm saying this for you as much as I'm saying this for me. But set work hours. Whether you're doing a chunk of time first thing in the morning, you're doing a chunk of time after you get your kids to sleep at night. Maybe you're doing a chunk of time during lunch. Maybe you don't have big chunks of time like that because you're in newborn stage of life and you basically like just live on somebody else's schedule. Maybe you're just getting, 20 minutes a few times throughout the day where you can check into your business activities. I don't care what that looks like for you, because whatever works for you is what's going to work for you, but make a plan and make a schedule. And I'm not saying that you need to freak out when the plans don't work, or if your alarm goes off at 4 to work and you had a really long day the day before and you just feel exhausted and you're bored. Girl, get some sleep. But having a plan and action is going to mean more consistency for you over time. And I don't care how much of the work you're actually doing or what goals you have. I don't know if your goal is to invite 50 people a day or 2. Consistency is what is going to build momentum. It is what is going to build your business. And it is what is going to take you to the next level you're at. It may not get you there, as quick if you're only inviting 2 people versus that person that wants to invite 50 people a day. But you're building your business. So another point too, which I am guilty of when it comes to setting work hours, it is so important to do that because then you have time for work, you have time for yourself, and you also have time for your family and for the rest of your life. Set intentional time for your business. That way, you're not in a position where it's like, oh, I need to get on and connect with people right now. I forgot about that. Holy crap, I need to do a post. Let me write that up real quick. Let me do this. And you just spread yourself out like butter. And you're basically just giving a watered down version of yourself to every freaking aspect of your life. You're not showing up intentionally for anything. And I promise you, everyone, including yourself, is going to feel it. And I feel pretty confident in saying that your business is not going to be doing as well. Your clients aren't going to be doing as well. People can feel, even in messages and DMs, they can feel when your brain is in other places while you're sending those messages. So, and again, I am very guilty of that. I have to legit set alarms on this thing so that I can just focus, because I get crazy. I don't know if it's mom brain or girl brain or whatever it is, but there's 8 million things running up in here and I'm just a million miles an hour. So another thing is to show up for these calls. So I'm so excited you all are here. We haven't done team calls in a little bit, and no, I'm not speaking for just myself. Corey and Mindy and I are so freaking pumped to be giving you calls, and there's going to be a power hour each month to help you really get focused on those business building activities in a condensed amount of time. We are bringing so much value to you, and we're going to be working alongside you. So even if you can't catch the call live, listen to the recordings. They are going to be so helpful. Engage in your groups, in your wellness groups. They are so important. They are literally like the building blocks of our business. If you are not currently helping to lead a group, get in one. If you're serious about building your business, or maybe you're going to start your own, whatever you feel comfortable with, you just need to be involved. And I also encourage you, if you are a coach in a group, but you're not necessarily helping to lead it, still engage with everyone as if you are. Practice, get those feelers underneath you. If somebody says, oh, I struggled with this, comment on it. Let them know how you think that you might be able to help. Just because you aren't one of the people posting in that group doesn't mean that you don't have anything worthy of giving to everyone in there. I promise you, you do. So do the uncomfortable things, do the unsexy things, and do it consistently. And if you struggle, like this list I gave you of things to do, if you're struggling with the thought of doing them, I think this is the third time I'm saying it, and it'll be the last time. Go back to your why, people. Why are you here? Why do you want to build this business? What is your vision? I am not saying that your why needs to be something that you get emotional or cry about, but it needs to make you awfully uncomfortable if you don't, whatever your life looks like in your vision, if you don't reach that, I want it to make you feel really uncomfortable. Like for me, stressing about money 24/7, not being able to support her the way that I need to, living 13 plus hours away from my family, all of that makes me really freaking uncomfortable. Like I think about where your life is right now, and think about where your life is like 5-10 years from now. Whatever your vision is, like it needs to be something that gets you out of bed, gets you excited, gets you motivated to keep doing these things, because these things that I've listed for you to start doing are super, super simple, but they're also, we've heard it from one coach, you've heard it from so many of them, they're also really simple to not do. It is really freaking easy to just not get out invites. It is really freaking easy to not get on your phone and comment on other people's stories. Just do the damn thing and move your business forward. And I promise you, I'm almost done. I promise you, if you show up, if you start whatever you want to start and just do it consistently, do the non-negotiable tasks, do the unsexy tasks, talk about it in your stories, like get freaking excited. Your business is going to grow. If you are willing to work through those times that you just don't feel like working, maybe you're tired after a long day at work. Is part of your vision because you want to leave that job that you maybe don't like? Make the time to do it. Your business will grow. If we make this mission of helping other people and we spend consistent and intentional time spreading and paying forward this opportunity that I know for each and every one of you, whether you are a coach that's super strong building your business right now, or maybe you're just here because you love the community in some way, shape, or form, this opportunity has changed your freaking life. And you get to pay that forward to other people. And you, in turn, you get to change your life in the process. So make it a priority. Set some goals. Do it tonight before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning and do it then. I don't care when you do it, just do it. And then move on. I promise you, you make it a priority, it changes everything. So I feel like I went over on time. I have no idea. I love you all, and that is all I have.
9 o'clock, like right on the dot.
Yes.
Yes. Nailed it. Nailed it.
Oh, and I only almost got hit in the head like twice. She was literally like this, like standing right here in front of my computer, ready to launch that thing in my face.
I was waiting for it to just like go ping.
I was really worried because it's a legit football. It would hurt.
Oh, you're amazing. Does anybody have any questions quick before we wrap it up? No? Okay. If you think of something afterwards, you can always comment in the group. I will get this recording up ASAP. I do want to I'm going to stop recording.